Hello, my dear student. Welcome in English 802 for the vocational education students. Today we're going to start with Unit 8, Lesson 3, writing about your goals. By the end of this lesson, we are going to achieve three main objectives. The first one is to differentiate between short and long-term goals. Number two, we will identify the layout of writing about goals. And finally, we will write about goals. Before I start my lesson, have you ever thought about the importance of writing goals or setting goals in your lives? Well, let me point out that the people who have noble jobs or the people who reached high positions, they started from writing or setting specific goals for their lives. Because if the thing is planned, you will go through the plan and then you will reach and you will achieve your goals or aims. Now, let's see. Because you are students, so the major goals that you may set for your lives could be as follow. I will improve my English. Or I will read more books in English. Or I will save money to buy a car. Of course, since you are high school students, you are secondary students, you will definitely get your driving license very soon and you are planning to buy your car. So, one of the objectives or the goals is to save money for buying a car. But let me ask you this question now. You have three goals in front of you. Can you think which one is short-term goal and which one is long-term goal before we explain in details? Pay attention. I will improve my English. You are a student and you are taking English subject. So this plan is for now, which means it is short-term goal. I will read more books in English. I think if you do this, you have a certain purpose. It's because you want to develop or you want to improve yourself more in the language, which means, again, it's short-term goal. Last but not least, I will save money to buy a car. This has to be a long-term goal. Why? Because it's not going to be achieved now or in a couple of months. It has to take like 3, 4, maybe 5 years. And of course, it depends on the car type that you are thinking to buy. Now, let me ask you or be specific in differentiating between short-term goals and long-term goals. Now, if the goal can be achieved within a very short period of time, let's say 1 year or less, it means let's start from a month up to 12 months only, here it is considered a short-term goal. Let's see an example to clarify that. I will improve my speaking skills in English. As I've said previously, you're studying English, so you are trying to develop or improve a certain skill in order to get higher grades in the subject itself. It's not necessarily that it's English, it could be in any other subject. But referring to the example here, we are speaking about English subject. So, if you want to improve your speaking skills in English, it could be 2 months, it could take 5 months or a year as maximum. So it is short-term goal. What about long-term goals, my dear students? Let's see. If the goal can be achieved in the next 4 to 5 years, or it could take more or longer, then here it is considered to be a long-term goal. An example, I will become a bank manager. This is one of the aims that maybe one of the students is aiming for. So if you want to be in a certain position, not necessarily a bank manager, any position you are aiming for, then this is definitely a long-term goal because it's going to be achieved within 4 to 5 years, or maybe it's going to take more than that. Let's do a very simple exercise. Just let me check your understanding about the short-term and the long-term goals. You will classify the below goals into short and long-term goals. Here's a table. It has 4 different goals or aims. Think about them before answering. Just tick the short-term goal and tick the long-term goal. I'll read them for you. The first one, I will travel all over the world. 2, I will improve my reading skills in English. 3, I will save money to open my own company. Last one, I will learn Spanish. I'll give you a minute, my dear students. Think about these goals. Pay attention before checking the right answer. So let's do the answers together now. I will travel all over the world. Long-term goal. I hope you got it right. It is definitely a long-term goal because how many countries do we have in the world? Are you going to do this? Are you going to travel all over the world in a year or less? That's impossible, which means it is long-term goal. Let's see the second one. I'll improve my reading skills in English. Short-term goal, maybe because it's related to the school subject, or maybe you are able to improve that in a month, in 2, but it's not going to take more than a year.